It's a beautiful day here in the city of Abuja, and the sun is shining extra brightly today because today is the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative, calling for Nigerians to take pride in their nation, calling for Nigerians to build a sense of patriotism, and it's calling on young individuals to understand that patriotism is the way to go to fix Nigeria's issues. Today on this green carpet, I'll have the pleasure of interviewing distinguished Nigerians as well as people in politics as well as young Nigerians, and trust that it's going to be an interesting time. My name is Agatha Ike and I will be your host on this beautiful green carpet. All right, we're live at Shehu Busari Yaradua Center for the Unveiling Rebranding Nigeria initiative, the launch of it. And you know, it's a time for us to be more patriotic, and it's such a great thing that this organization is here to show Nigerians how to be more patriotic. With me on the red carpet, I have
Daniel from Veritas University, Abuja.
All right, interesting. Lovely to meet you. So, when was the first time you heard about Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria? What came to your mind?
It's more or less like an NGO that bring out the name of Nigeria to the public.
Would you describe yourself as patriotic?
Yes.
Really? How do you show that?
Um, uh, I don't know, but as a Nigerian, it's like representing the country well, both here and abroad.
Okay. All right. So, given the economic reality, given the fact that Nigeria in itself makes a lot of Nigerians unpatriotic because of, you know, the economic realities, what do you have to say to young people to like foster that sense of patriotism?
Well, I'll tell them to, be more focused, and Nigeria is not at its team now, so they should be, how will I put it, more eager
Okay.
to, more eager to bring out yourself to the country, yeah.
All right. So, one word you would like to give to this notable and laudable organization, what would be your message, your goodwill message to them?
My good message to them that they should continue doing the good work, and this is just the beginning of there more to come. Yes, this is just the beginning of more to come, and I love the idea of this NGO. I love the idea of this initiative, so it's a good one.
Thank you for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
We're still at the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative, fostering hope and a sense of patriotism for Nigerians. My name is Agatha Ike, and of course, I'm your host on this beautiful red carpet. And I have someone even beautiful with me. What's your name, please?
I'm Rashida Okiomesiri.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm a student,
Right.
and I'm actually into little entrepreneurs.
Oh, really interesting. Now, it is the launch of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. What do you think about this event?
Well, I think of it in a very, very high esteem because when the organizers actually reached out to my school, I was so interested in the program, being the student union leaders. So we gave it out also.
Okay.
So for our expectations, we have very, very high expectations of here because I'm here with my other student leaders also,
Okay.
and would want to go back home with a very, very different sharpened and more elaborated mindset about our country.
Interesting. Now, I'm just going to ask a question based off the fact that you are into politics. So, should we at some point expect, you know, you running for like minister, or, you know, is this something you would do after school? And do you think that young people need to be more involved in politics as opposed to what we have now? Do we have a laudable amount of young individuals being involved in politics?
Yes, I would be expecting Nigerians to get to see my face more, and I was told that yeah, and I was told for you to have that better experience is when you have it one hand, and that's we going down to our grassroots. That is where we're being students, and I think we've been doing it well at that level, and if we should go higher, we'll do it better also.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for this face. You might just be seeing her running for governor of her state. Thank you so much for Kogi State. Okay, that would be good because I don't think we've had a female governor, so that would be really good. Thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
We're still live here at the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative in the beautiful city of Abuja, and I have with me a young man who I think would have something bright and something interesting to say about patriotism. What's your name, please?
MC Soda Chukutobi.
So could you speak a bit louder?
MC Soda Chukutobi.
Toby. Okay, cool. Toby, what school do you attend?
St. Aloysius Primary School, Gariki, Abuja.
All right, interesting. So what do you think about this event?
I think it's a really good event that teaches people about patriotism and politics.
Talking about politics, is this something that you would be interested in at some point?
Yes, I would be interested in something.
Okay. So could you name 5 political leaders currently in Nigeria?
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
His Excellency Senator Tobi Okechukwu.
Okay.
His Excellency Senator.
You know, I'm just gonna leave it at 3. I'm gonna leave it at 3. Just one more and you're good to go.
Okay. His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima.
All right, that was a good save because I was going to say you should talk about the vice president. Okay, so what are your expectations for this event?
Expectations. I expect it to be a great and big
Event.
surprising event.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us and do enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, so we're still live here at the green carpet at the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative, a chance to bring back hope, bring Nigeria to the level that it ought to be, and foster patriotism. My name is Agatha Ike once again, and I have with me
Eniola Wilson,
Eniola. Okay, what school do you attend?
JSS Gariki,
How old are you?
16.
16. Okay, cool. Now let's move to the most salient question. What do you think about patriotism in Nigeria?
I think it's at a level where we really need it because of the current situation we are in Nigeria.
So what do you think about this brand, Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative?
It will help Nigerian youths, especially because they are mostly the ones invited for the program, to stand up for what they believe Nigerians should be.
All right. So in your opinion, do you think Nigerian youths are involved actively in politics?
Not all, but most of
If you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10.
7.
7. All right, interesting. Okay, before I let you go, what are your expectations for tonight?
Hope. I hope this program will really enlighten a lot of people on Nigerian stance, where we really belong in the world as a whole.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day. We're still live here at the green carpet of the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And we're still talking to young, promising individuals, fostering the hope and fostering a sense of a change and renewed Nigeria based on patriotism, love, and unity. I have with me here.
Ali Mishak,
Okay. How old are you?
16.
Okay. And would you describe yourself as a patriotic person, a patriotic Nigerian?
Yes, I would.
Why do you say so?
Because I actually do love my country and I have hope that Nigeria is going to get better or move to higher heights than where it is right now, because globally Nigeria is actually being more recognized than most African countries because of our entertainment industry and other industries like that are booming. Yes.
Even the digital industry as well.
Exactly. And we even have, I think Dangote is now, I think, the 64th richest man in Nigeria. So
Yeah.
there's actually hope for Nigeria. 64th richest man in the world. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, you talk about hope. What do you think Nigerians can do to foster that hope? Because, like you already established, we live in a country where a lot of people are losing hope gradually. So what do you think an organization like Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative can do to help foster that hope?
Just like they've already taken the initiative to invite young students over for this program, it practically shows that they're actually interested in the future of the youth or in the future of the country, because we are the leaders of tomorrow. So our presence here shows that they actually do care and they have plans for us. So I believe that if they create mediums where people can be more expressive and express their creativity, it will foster that patriotism in Nigeria to do something different from what others are doing. Yes.
That is quite profound. Thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day. This is still the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative, and we're still taking amazing young individuals on this beautiful red carpet. I have with me.
May Subi Bukola, please.
All right, Bukola, how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
All right, interesting. So, what do you think about this event, the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative?
Okay. According to the team, it says, rise up, patriots, take pride in our nation. Yes, now it's time to tell the Nigerian youth to rise up, that we should not look at what is happening in this country presently, and so that it will not bring us down, that we should still stay patriots and have more hope that we are going to be, this country will be a better country.
All right, interesting. So, would you describe yourself as a patriotic Nigerian?
Yes.
Can I put you on the spot? So, you know the national anthem has been changed. Can you recite it? You can? Should we put her on the spot? Okay. 1, 2, go. Just the first 2 lines.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own the native land. Though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
A round of applause for her. Thank you so much for talking to us, Bukola. Do enjoy the rest of your day. We're still live here at the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative, spreading a sense of patriotism and calling for Nigerians to stand up and be more patriotic. I have with me on the green carpet.
My name is Amana Jemima.
All right, Jemima, what do you do?
Oh?
What do you do? You a student?
Yeah, I'm a student.
Okay. Undergrad or secondary school?
I'm still in secondary school.
Okay. So what do you think about this event? Like, what's your general overview about the sense of patriotism and what this organization is trying to do?
Okay, this organization is trying to bring up leaders that will lead more. Because from what I'm seeing, my own point of view, our leaders need people that can be able to change their minds and all of that. So we need future leaders that are coming up like me. And someday I aspire to be a president, first female president of Nigeria.
I love that. I love that. I love the fact that everyone we've interviewed so far has been so politically inclined. So now that you're saying this, what do you think are steps that you can take as a young individual to ensuring that you can, put your foot in the waters, especially in the male-dominated industry
Okay.
or field, rather?
Okay, first of all, I have to put my trust in God. Because once I don't have God, I can't do anything. Then secondly, I need to study hard. Because if you can't study hard, you can't get to where you want to be. And maybe I look up to
Have mentors?
people that can encourage me, give me advice to move on.
All right.
Yeah.
So pray, study, and have mentors. You seem like you have your head in the right place. Thank you so much for talking to us, Jemima, and do have an amazing day. Thank you so much. We're still live at the green carpet right here for the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. My name is Agatha Ike, and I am still your host on this beautiful red carpet. And I have with me,
Larry Isaonilu,
what do you do, sir?
the Director General of National Orientation Agency.
Interesting. So what do you think about this brand, Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative? Do you think that this is something we need now in Nigeria?
Of course, everybody knows that Nigeria needs to rebrand, and a lot of effort is going on even within the government, at ensuring that this country is rebranded. So it's a good initiative,
Okay, so in a country where you have a lot of people who are not patriotic because of the economic realities in Nigeria, what would you say to such Nigerians?
It's not because of economic reality that they are not patriotic. Patriotism is an emotional issue. It's not an economy issue.
You think?
I know.
All right, sir.
Yeah. So it's an emotional issue. There must be motivation. There's no motivation to be patriotic. And even if you have there are people who are comfortable and still not
Patriotic.
Yeah.
So what do you think the government can do to foster that emotion?
Well, the government is already doing it, and I guess we'll have the opportunity of discussing that at the forum today.
All right, interesting. So what would be your goodwill message to this brand?
Well, I don't know if I should be giving goodwill message here or in
Just to encourage the brand.
I mean, for any Nigerian to even think of this, that is patriotism already. So we are encouraged when we see people who, on their own, are demonstrating patriotism, despite that there might not be so much motivation, for it yet. So it's something that we are very happy, to associate with.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day. We're still live here on the green carpet at the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And I have with me on this carpet a very beautiful Nigerian, if I say so myself. What's your name, please?
Thunder.
What do you do?
I'm a customers experience specialist.
Okay. And of course, you're a Nigerian. Okay, so what do you think about this event?
I see it like a very enlightening event that would actually bond us. With the situation of things in the country right now, we really need events like this to bring us together, all tribes, everyone together.
So, the theme is stand up Nigerians, take pride in our nation. Do you think Nigerians are really taking pride in our nation?
A Nigerian is a Nigerian. I'll tell you that. We are very, very, I would say, a Nigerian wouldn't leave Nigeria for anything.
Really? With the high rate of Jackpot?
We are still proudly Nigerians out there.
Okay.
We won't change. We won't say, oh, no matter how bad things are, we won't bring down our country. That's one thing I'm proud to be a Nigerian. Because sometimes I'll just say, if I wasn't a Nigerian, who will I be? I want to be a Nigerian.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So interesting. So what would be your goodwill message to the brand? To this brand, Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative?
My goodwill message would be that they should keep going and should even think of touching the grassroots, the younger generation, bring them forward and let them know that they need to, no matter how tough it gets, the spirit of the Nigerian should always be in them.
All right. So before I let her go, we can't have a green carpet without talking about fashion. So she's looking great. How long did it take you to put this ensemble together?
It's something I actually plan to come out for the event. So let's say 30 minutes.
Really? Makeup, hair, glitz and glam, 30 minutes? All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day. We're still live at the red carpet for the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And I have with me...
Dr. Wumi Hassan. Am I allowed?
What do you do, ma?
Well, I'm the CEO of iTech Center for Nigerian Women and Youth. It's a non-governmental organization, and this is an organization that in the last 20 years have been building the capacity of women and young people in technology and entrepreneurship. And our major aim is to see Nigerian women and youth become literate in technology, IT, and STEM education, and at the same time be able to use that knowledge to make a difference for Nigeria. So we are very appreciative of this brand and the fact that it talks about faces of patriotism. And I'm super excited when I saw the invite because this is a time to drive home the point that Nigerians need to be patriotic. And if there is anything we can do for our country is to stand for Nigeria. And it's for the women, it's for the youth, it's for the adults. Over the last 20 years, even when our vision is for women and youth, we've seen men, we've seen senior citizens. And I am particularly excited to be a part of this because after now, I'm sure there is something we need to take out. And I'm happy it's about the faces of patriotism. We need to show more faces of Nigerians proudly declaring that Nigeria is a great country and that we have a lot to do using our human capital to develop this country.
Thank you so much for talking to us, man. But before I let you go, you deal with young people. And do you think Nigerian youth are evenly represented in government?
Well, when we talk about being evenly represented, as at this administration, I think we are getting better from where we are started. So we just look forward to doing more. But my advice again is that even as we clamor that young people should come into governance, those who have been there and those who are there should represent us well. They should do the right thing. They shouldn't be the face of shame to the young people and make the elderly people feel, anyway, we gave you a chance, but you messed it up. So as much as we clamor for it, I want Nigerian youths to develop themselves in a way that nobody needs to speak for them. Their works, their attributes, their patriotism will take them to the politics of the nation.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Ma. Do enjoy the rest of your day. We're still live at the green carpet of the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative, fostering a sense of patriotism for all Nigerians. I have with me on the green carpet
Apostle Deji Adekoya, the senior pastor of Glory House International Christian Center.
Interesting. So what do you think about this event? What was the first time you heard about this event?
Actually, I'm part of this event because I've been a supporter of this event ever since I was introduced to the event by the convener or the visionaire itself, Mr. Labdul. And indeed, it's a very wonderful vision where we want to see Nigerians, go back to the true sense of being a Nigerian. We want to let everybody know that there is actually good in being a Nigerian. And that is our, watchword, making sure that everybody knows that being a Nigerian is an advantage and not a disadvantage.
Interesting. Now, in a country where, the reality is that Nigerians are not the most patriotic because of the economic issues that they face, how then can an organization like this foster that hope for Nigerians?
Oh, yes. In fact, this is the organization that is needed for our time, because to be factual, patriotism is gone. Our leaders, our elders, and our seniors have not really shown us how to really be patriotic. And that's why, you see, I'm so convinced that this kind of organization that is taking it to the grassroots, to the primary school, the secondary school, the university, bringing it from the very, very bottom up, is showing every Nigerian that patriotism pays. Let us go back to the roots. Let us go back to the years where our forefathers, the kind of ideology that they have, and it has really imbibed in our spirits and in our mind. Right now, if you ask the average little Nigerian, they will tell you, this is what I want to do, this is what... That patriotism is not there. But I think we are going back to that. And that is why this organization is needed in our society for now.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Quite insightful. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. We're still live on the green carpet right here for the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. My name is still Agatha Ike, and I have with me
Abigail Aderemi.
What do you do, please?
I'm a media personnel.
All right, interesting. So, what do you think about this brand, Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative? Do you think it's something we need now?
Yes, I think it's something we need. In fact, it's long overdue, if you ask me. And Nigeria should, is a country we should be proud of at all time. And from time to time, we should, upgrade. We should do something better to make our country to project our country in a better light instead of having negativities and bad comments about our country. I think it's coming at the right time.
Okay. Now, speaking about patriotism, like the theme, Rise Up Patriots, do you think that Nigeria, at a time when Nigerians will be interested in even being patriotic, given what we've had to experience?
Well, I think being patriotic, it's personal. It's personal. It comes from within. It has to do with your person. You choose to be what you want, and you choose what you want your country to be like. It's just like the name of your family. You want it to be seen as something good. So you stand for it, you live for it, you make it work, you make it what you want it to be. So that's just it. It's a personal thing. It comes from me. It starts with me and you. So it's what you want it to be like, is what you do.
All right. Thank you so much, Abigail, for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
We're still live on the red carpet right here in the beautiful city of Abuja for the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And I have with me two gorgeous young ladies. Can we meet you, please?
My name is Charity. Debbie.
All right, Charity and Debbie. Now, the theme is Rise Up Patriots, taking pride in our nation. What do you think about patriotism in Nigeria? Do you think Nigerians are patriotic?
Yes, of course.
Why do you say so?
I don't really know, but I know they are.
Let me put that question to you.
Okay, Nigerians are patriotic in nature because we have a lot of people that thrive in different segments or aspects in Nigeria. So we should not like look at the fact that Nigeria is bad and then discourage ourselves from pushing or doing the right things we have to do in the country.
So now let's go to the brand itself, Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative. I'd like to ask you, ladies, where did you hear about this brand and what do you think? Do you think it's coming at the right time?
Yes, it is. I heard it from my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's coming at the right time.
Same here.
Okay, so what would be your goodwill message to the brand? Just to encourage the brand.
Yeah, they're doing a good work, and I hope they keep it up.
Yeah, they should keep up the good work. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you, ladies. I do enjoy the rest of your day. All right. We're still at the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative, and I have with me.
Yeah, my name is Rotimi Christopher Olamide. I'm a volunteer of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative. Yeah, part of being the volunteer, what spurred me to be is because URNI, that's Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative, is all about, it's a non-governmental organization that is all about seeking to propagate the culture of Nigeria, the people to the world. So I just find it like very beautiful. It's a wonderful thing, you know, bringing different cultures, you know, to letting the world know our cultures, our norms and all. So that's why I just volunteered to be part of the program. Yeah.
All right, that's really interesting and quite profound. And seeing that you're a young person even doing this when we're living in a nation where most young people are not interested in finding ways to rebrand Nigeria. As the name is Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria, how do you think this brand is one that would stand the test of time?
Yeah, it's going to stand the test of time because as you can see around, you see young people, you coppers, you know, secondary school children, you know, you see, they are just around to learn. So I believe this initiative and this launch is bringing people together, youths together to see what we're doing, to encourage them not to give up on the nation, you know, despite the things happening around it, not to give up, to come together and still believe in themselves, you know. So I think it's a wonderful thing.
All right. So before I let you go, I can't let you go without talking about fashion because he's giving from head to toe. So what tribe are you repping?
I'm repping Akwa Ibom, Ibibio to be precise.
You say something to your people.
Monmi is Abadie, Umpobadie, Umpobadie.
I don't think he got that right. But anyway, thank you so much for talking to us and congratulations on the launch.
Thank you so much. God bless.
All right, God bless you too. This is still the green carpet here in the beautiful city of Abuja for the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative. My name is Agatha Ike and I'm still your green carpet host, and I have with me
Ebuka
and
Adezi.
All right, Ebuka. First of all, when was the first time you heard about this brand, Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative, and what do you think of the brand?
I actually heard about the brand from my brother, and I mean, it's something that he has put a lot of time and effort into, and he talks about it, and then he shares the ideas of the company and what they're all about, and I think it's very okay, it's very nice, because I think all Nigerians in tough times like this, we have to try and be patriotic because, I mean, it's still our country regardless of what's going on. So I think the idea behind it is really nice, it's beautiful. I'm in support of it. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, taking the piggyback off what he said, patriotism, being patriotic. Do you think Nigerian youths, what do you think Nigerian youths needs to do to show patriotism? And do you think that the launch of this brand is coming at such a good time?
Okay, so what Nigerian youths can actually do to be more patriotic would be taking more interest in the country. By virtue of where I work, I hear a lot of people that have given up on the country. You hear things like Nigeria is hopeless. Nigeria is, it's done for, let's leave the country and all of that. But the truth is, we are Nigerians, right? And even if we leave the country, we are still, this is our home. There's nothing we can do about it. So we really need to take more of an interest as youths into the affairs of our country. Yeah. So what's the other question again? I forgot.
And I said, what do you think the brand launch is coming at the right time?
Yes, it is, absolutely. Because with the current state of the country right now, really, every single person needs to remember that we don't have to give up on our country. We should continue to fight. On my way in, I saw something that, we can actually correct what is wrong with Nigeria by remembering what is right. Our country is beautiful, our country is blessed, and let's just not give up, really. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, before I let you go, I can't let you go without talking about a little fashion. So how long did it take you guys to get ready? Let me start with the guy. So I know guys don't.
Just maybe about 15 minutes. Thereabout.
Okay. How long did it take you? Is he telling the truth? Do you think he's telling the truth?
Yes, we're siblings actually.
Okay, so okay, cool. How long did it take you to get ready? Don't. He's going to verify if you tell a lie.
I would say maybe 20-25 minutes actually. It didn't take too much. I didn't put on makeup, so I just came out.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. This was really good. Thank you so much. We're still live on the green carpet here in the beautiful city of Abuja for the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. I have with me
Peter Enenche.
All right, what do you do, sir?
I'm a civil servant.
So my question to you, first of all, is what was your thought the first time you heard about Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative? What was the first thing that came to your mind?
Yeah, the first time I heard about unveiling and rebranding Nigeria, I heard it from my friend and brother Abdul when he invited me to be a member of the advisory board. And the first thing that came to my mind is, can we really rebrand Nigeria? It's going to be a difficult task, It's going to be a very difficult project because the issues surrounding Nigeria are so deep. But when I saw the dexterity in him, I decided to follow him. I decided to join him, and I saw that, he can make it. Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, so in a country like Nigeria, plagued with a lot of economic challenges, a lot of hardship, it is hard for Nigerians to be patriotic, even if they want to be. Like we've already established, patriotism sometimes is a thing of emotion. If you're not feeling good, you might not want to be patriotic. How do you think an organization like this and the government itself can foster that idea of patriotism or spark it back in some ways or rejig it back?
Patriotism, like you've rightly said, it's something that comes with emotions. It's something that comes with feelings. It's something that comes with being good and being loyal. Nigeria itself is designed in a way that it's difficult to be patriotic. It's really, really difficult because you have got a lot of gaps in between, the gaps between the rich, the gaps between the poor. People have to struggle every day to get everything done for themselves. So if you want people to really, really be patriotic, I think the government has a lot to do. The government really, really needs to go back, get back to the drawing board, and make sure that the citizens themselves are satisfied. Because you cannot be asking me to be patriotic when you're not giving me anything. You can't ask me to be loyal to you when you're not giving me anything. As an average Nigerian, you are a government unto yourself because you're going to provide your road, you're going to provide your light, you're going to provide your water. So it's really, really difficult for you to now ask me to be loyal to you. So the government really, really needs to go back to the drawing board and think of ways of rejigging the economy, think of ways of making their citizens believing in the nation. We travel around the world and you see that citizens are so faithful to their country, not for anything, but because their country is so loyal to them. People think of their nations first, but in Nigeria we don't, because your nation does not do anything for you. Your nation does not hold any hope, any future for you. So the government really, really, and I'm really happy with my brother Abdul for this initiative, because as citizens we must also begin to talk about it. We must also bring this discourse to the limelight. We must begin to talk about patriotism. And one of the things that I'm so impressed about is that he is taking it far back to the primary schools and secondary schools, and that is where we should start from, because I honestly believe that our generation has failed this nation, but our children going backwards can really, really change the narrative of this nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Live on the green carpet right here in the beautiful city of Abuja, and this is the launch of the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. I have with me.
Engineer Uche, who is a
So you're obviously an engineer.
yes, I'm a fellow of Nigerian Society of Engineers.
All right. Interesting. Now, first things first. When was the first time you heard about unveiling and rebranding Nigeria? And what was the first thing that came to mind?
Well, I think I heard about the unveiling and rebranding Nigeria about 2-3 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, I have a good impression about what they are up to. Actually, it was a football match, and they came around and on Independence Day, and it was fun. It was good, and it reminded us of who we are and what we ought to be doing as a people for this nation. And I think the impression was good.
Okay. Now, in a country like Nigeria, dealing with such socio-economical issues, it is really hard to build that sense of patriotism. What do you think this kind of organization would do alongside the government to ensure that Nigerians get to that point where patriotism is seen and flourishes?
Well, I think what they've been doing so far is good. But I will kind of like to see where they can mainstream more into the rural areas, looking at the youth, because the youth are the future of tomorrow. And I'd like them to have that target audience of the youth, okay, all across the nation, and continue to sell the good message about Nigeria, continue to sell that message of patriotism, continue to give that hope, okay, which somehow, like you said, is something we really need to upscale now in this country based on most of the challenges we are facing as a country.
All right, so before I let you go, you're really giving. Your look, your outfit is giving. So how long did it take you to put this ensemble together?
Well, it didn't take me that long because I got the spirit, I got the passion.
The spirit of patriotism entered you.
Yes, and I felt that this is an idea whose time has come.
Okay.
And so I decided to put on this to exemplify that.
Proudly Nigeria.
I'm in, and I'm ready to make sure we rebrand Nigeria, you know, speak good about Nigeria, and kind of reinvigorate that sense of patriotism.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Well, my name is Malam Lanre Isa Onilu, Director General of the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
So while you were giving your speech, you said something about nationalizing our cartoons in order to bridge the gap in cultural. So I don't know in doing this, is there a conversation with stakeholders in that line of sector in order to project this initiative we talked about?
Yeah, and like I said, the entire project that we call the the National Identity Project, had a lot of input. Like I also mentioned, this is not the first initiative. You know, over the decades, there have been a lot of initiatives, you know, on how to achieve this issue of national identity and, you know, ensure that Nigerians are patriotic and that we all love our country. So the first thing we did was to bring different segments of the society, you know, into this. So the blueprint, you know, is a product of past effort and recent effort by all these stakeholders, including the youth, you know, people in the academia, in the civil society, you know, in politics, in business, you know, all over, you know, were brought together for the blueprint to be produced, which was presented to the Minister of Information and National Orientation on the 27th of January this year. Since that time, we have been doing, you know, crossing the T's and dotting the I's before it was finally taken to Federal Executive Council, you know, for approval. Yeah, so we've done all of that. I must also acknowledge that the Office of the SGF, the Secretary to the Federal Government, and ICPC had worked with NOA. It's all the part of the input that led to this national identity project.
I saw a video where Idris Elba said he'll be moving to Africa in order to tell the African stories through movies and all that. Now, you said something about reaching out to stakeholders in, you know, putting these things together to do our own cartoons. Can you just tell us in bits, who are these stakeholders? And
I've mentioned a number of them, but in the area of cartoon, we are talking of animation. I just came back from Lagos this week, where I met with all sorts of people who are already in the industry. And that's how I got involved in the festival they are going to have on the 30th and 31st of this month and 1st of November, of which I'm also going to participate in it, so we can identify their needs and also ensure that the right investment is made by government, into that sector to ensure that the sector is lifted up. Because see, I have never been a fan of banning anything. You need to provide alternative. So we are not saying ban foreign cartoon. You need to provide your own content and then gradually, replace the foreign content with your own content. But when you ban, so what happens? People are already used to it. Our children want to wear the costumes of Spider-Man. They want to wear that of Iron Man, Ben 10 on all the rest. So have you provided them new heroes? So you must provide alternative before you can say, begin to wind them. So, and even that, you're not going to climb down anybody. You just take the oxygen away from what you don't want.
Lastly, you talked about implementation.
Yeah.
Is there a statutory clause in line, in motion at present to make this a blueprint for the next 10, 20, 50 years?
Yeah,
whereby if another government should come,
exactly.
they have to implement
Exactly. That's why we are harping on that this is a contract between the country and the citizens, not between the government and the citizens. So any government that comes in, no matter which political party, just like the constitution, it is sacrosanct. And that's why we had to go to FEC. NOA could have on its own, based on our limited, parliamentary act, implement this thing. But we needed the entire federal government to buy into it and get all the stakeholders. Yeah, I mean, see the kind of initiative that is going on here. NOA cannot go it alone, so you need this kind of group and other people like that to pull together to be able to realize this. And there are some approval that even our act, the act setting up the NOA as present, cannot take care of. So they may require some kind of amendment, even into our act, to ensure that we have the legal teeth to be able to buy it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure.
We're still live at the green carpet here in the city of Abuja for the launch of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And I have with me on the green carpet
Alex Adekunle James.
And what do you do?
I do many things, but for the purpose of this event, the CEO of Authors Bridge. It's both a writing and a publishing firm.
So a little birdie tells me that you are the publishing company that published the book Faces of Patriotism. First off, when you saw the copy of the book, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Oh, so I've worked with, in the last 3-4 years, I've worked with more than 30 books. Not just printing, but having to be a part of the development and a part of the editing. And myself, I'm an author, and I've ghostwritten a lot of books. But this book I've never seen a book like this before. It's unique. The level of innovation and creativity of this work, Face of Patriotism, it's on another level. It was mind blowing. I was swept off my feet, quite frankly. And beyond just publishing it, I was part of the team to a degree, and part of the content development. And I think that this is a book that Nigerians would be flabbergasted with. It's going to sweep a lot of people off their feet, because the level of Gen Z-ness of the book.
Interesting.
Yes, it's mind blowing. We've seen innovation and development in different sectors, but the book industry, the literary industry, is one that has remained the same, quite the same over the centuries. Books are usually typical, no much innovation, but this marks the beginning of a new age for the literary industry.
All right. That sounds so profound. So now you've worked with the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. Do you think right now is the perfect time for such an organization like this to come forth?
Absolutely. I believe that we are in a place in this nation, Nigeria, where things our values are sort of upside down. And what I mean by that, in philosophy or psychology, there is a concept of morality and amorality and immorality and all of that. And morality is not defined just by the dictionary meaning of something that is upright. It is there are multiple elements that makes up like something that is moral or something that is amoral or immoral. And one of it, for example, is reward system or and punishment system, for example. And we see how that in our society, the corrupt, the evil has been shifted to become the moral, because we see corruption celebrated. We see good things that are downplayed. For example, somebody finishes with a first class in university and they get a prize of 10,000 naira, and we see people just celebrating. I mean, casual entertainment and all of that, maybe on one of these live reality show, and they come out of it having displayed all sort of negative vices, anger, fight, immoral dressing and all of that, and they come winning millions, yeah, getting that kind of reward system. But this book is a pivotal change in redressing that error that we've seen in our nation, where actual values is being celebrated and actual heroes, actual patriots are being spotlighted and given the amount of honor that they should give. And this way we are building the next generation of leaders to have the right perspective of what should be celebrated and what a right value should be of a nation.
Quite profound, to be honest. Before I let you go, just one more question. What would be your advice to the team, saying that this is the launch of such an organization like this, unveiling and rebranding? So they are saddled with the responsibility of unveiling and giving Nigeria a different branding, so to say. What would be your advice to the organization?
So I mean, I'm a part of the team, and this is the beginning of greatness. I mean, in this nation, this launch of this book and this event that is happening today is I mean the first step in a major outreach to the young generation. We're trying to get this book to the hands of every youth, every student, so that they are inspired in the right direction. The book actually features celebrates like it's the celebration of our heroes, the unsung heroes, where I like bringing them to the fore, celebrating the values that they've exhibited. And so we need to get this into the hands of every young Nigerian, so that their orientation is shifted and they have a model to look forward to. We need to also build programs, build award ceremonies, so that when young people, having been inspired by what they see in this book, take steps here in line with what they see in this book, we are able to celebrate them and uplift them and make them feel like a hero that they are. And then many more initiatives that would eventually reorientate the values of this country, and and make Nigeria a better place eventually.
All right, thank you so much for talking with us. And I'm interested to read the book, and I'm guessing a lot of young Nigerians will be interested to read the book. Thank you so much.
I'm full of commendation for the organizers of this event and unveiling and rebranding Nigeria initiative. It's a very commendable thing that they are doing. And obviously, for me, as I normally say, I am an incurable optimist about the future of our country. There is a lot to disappoint us, and many of our citizens are certainly disappointed, but we should never lose hope in our country. And the driving factor and force behind progress and development in countries globally is patriotism, love for country, and the selflessness with which people contribute to their country's development and to addressing the challenges that affect the country. We should never lose hope. Times come when challenges may appear overwhelming, but the ingenuity and creativity of citizens, especially the youth, always ensures that these challenges are addressed. So to be here today and to listen to what young men and women are saying about the country and the effort that organizations such as this are doing to strengthen patriotism and to ensure that Nigerians love their country in spite of the difficulties and challenges and also beyond that, work assiduously in order to ensure that the challenges are overcome. This is a tremendous addition to my incurable optimism about the future of this country. So I urge all our young men and women, all Nigerians indeed, not to ever give up hope on our country. And they should do everything possible to contribute positively. One of the challenges is that many people think politics is dirty, and therefore they won't get in there to dirty their feet or their hands. And then they will rather stay on the fence. If you do that, you are allowing the bad people and the bad tendencies to continue. So people have to engage with politics, have to engage with governance with a view to ensuring that the right things are done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You mentioned the idea that you are a big optimist. Now, I want you to speak to the youths in diaspora. You find out that many Nigerians are leaving the country and kind of losing that spirit of patriotism. What would you say to these individuals?
Well, in my presentation in the keynote address, I addressed that. I said it is not helpful. We can understand young men and women who have graduated 10 years ago, who have no jobs, and they have opportunities abroad, would like to go and explore those opportunities. So there is no problem about people going, but those trips have to be temporary, and people have to come back, to help build their country. So you can't tell people not to go where they see opportunities, but people must always remember they have no other home than Nigeria, and they have to come back and contribute positively to our country's development.
All right, thank you, sir. So before I let you go, sir, I'd like you to just say a goodwill message to the organizers of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria Initiative.
Well, I say kudos to them. I say congratulations. And I say this is a very, very beautiful and wonderful initiative. And I will urge you to please keep it up. And also link up with others with similar objectives, so that together you will have a stronger voice to do all the good things that are needed to be done.
Thank you, sir.
Unveiling Nigeria as an organization, we realize that Nigeria as a nation have not been adequately represented both home and abroad. And we believe that we ourselves as Nigerians, we are the ones that can actually portray our image. We can actually tell our stories. We don't need people to come tell our stories from us. It's from this realization that Unveiling Nigeria was born, to rediscover Nigerians by Nigerians. And that's rediscovering Nigeria by Nigerians. And so we decided and we thought that we can achieve this through technology and community engagement.
Yes, exactly what I wanted to ask you. How do you intend to, push the project out there?
Yes, our mission is to use community engagement and technology, through the social media spaces and the internet, to show the world what Nigeria is truly all about. Then community engagement, touching that, so that was why we came up with the book, The Faces of Patriotism. We wanted something that people can relate with, that they can engage with and they can interact with. And we came up with that project to inspire national pride. And beyond inspiring national pride, we wanted to tell the stories of our unsung heroes, and also to capture our history and preserve our history, because anything that we do not talk about that has gone down in this generation, we may not be able to hand down to the next generation to see. And this is actually the goal. And also to create a platform for civic engagement, where people can come together and actually have constructive conversation that is going to build the nation.
Okay, do you have any feedback mechanism? You understand? When you put out a project out there, do you have a way to monitor compliance, to evaluate compliance?
Yes. As an organization, we have a team that follows up across communities. And one of the things that we intend to do is to build up a very strong spirit of volunteerism, such that we may not have people that goes from, okay, we have an alpha location and we send people from the alpha location. No, that's not the strategy we want to use. We want to build a situation where you have Nigerians everywhere bringing feedback as touching patriotism. Initially we thought we were going to call the book The Faces of Patriots, but then we understood that calling someone a patriot is such a huge tag that we may not be able to maintain. And instead of focusing on the people, we decided to focus on the action. And with that, we also want to use that means to inspire people across the nation. And that is one of the strategies to get feedback. People who are committed, people who are passionate, and people who are ready never to give up in spite of how difficult the situation may be, to bring back feedback. But beside that, we know that we're going to be sending personnel from point to point to go to locations. And then we also intend, one thing that we want to do is, the technological aspect is, we started already, we have created a technology hub where we'll begin to bring young Nigerians, we train them in tech, various tech skills across the tech industry, improve them and release them to the community to go engage. We also, that is one platform we want to use to engage with people and get positive feedback too as well.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel Ludaga. Project coordinator for the book Faces of Patriotism. Thank you, sir.
This is Teresa on the green carpet of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And here with me is
Emanuela Ali.
Emanuela Ali. You look so beautiful, Miss Emanuela.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so tell me, what do you think about this Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria launch? This launch we just concluded. So what's your take on the launch, and what advice do you think you can give, or what do you think was not done in the right direction, or what do you think should be added or should be subtracted from what has been done today?
Okay, my take is, from this whole program, I've learned a lot, knowing that Nigerians have great potential, not just here. We are seeing what Nigerians are doing out there, even in the United States, as they said today. So I would like that we continue to understand and gain confidence as citizens and youths, to know that we have a great potential in our country, because our skills are wanted out there. So it means it just gave me the awareness that I have great impact. I can have great impact. The youths in general can have great impact in Nigeria if we focus it in the right country, and then primarily through patriotism and our citizenship. These are the two key words that have been brought up today, and it can be used through positive social media engagements, which we have learned from and would like to do henceforth.
Yeah. So tell me, what word do you have for those who missed this event? Do you think they missed a lot, or do you think it was right for them to have missed this opportunity?
I would even say if anybody missed this event, it would be very hard to convince them otherwise, because the word patriotism is very misunderstood out there. So if you missed this program, I would say the initiative should try and engage on social media the way they did today, so that we can get more youths like we that have benefited from this program to benefit online too, as they were not privileged to be here today.
Thank you so much, Miss Emanuela. It was a privilege speaking with you on the green carpet of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria. We do hope to see more of you, and you will send a message out there to other Nigerians, so that there is a thing called patriotism, and true patriotism is the key. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Rediscovering Nigeria by Nigerians is the tagline for the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. It has been quite an awesome and quite remarkable experience right here on the green carpet, having different people talking about the desire to change Nigeria and desire to foster that hope, such that patriotism can really return to Nigeria. My name is Agatha Ike, your host with the most, and it's been a pleasure to be your green carpet host for this event.